I'm probably going to start blocking these Georgia fans from my channel that type anything about Stetson Bennett into Heisman. And I don't know, fans from other teams have to be looking around going, wait a minute, that's got to be a joke. There's no way anyone is seriously saying that. Yes, I promise you, there's people seriously saying Stetson Bennett for Heisman. 5 of 10 for 76 yards in the first half. Yeah, just give him the Heisman now. And what was the deal at the end of the first half there? Kentucky, 4th and 10 or whatever it was for Kentucky with 47 seconds to go. Georgia calls a timeout. There's only one reason to call a timeout at the end of the half like that when Kentucky's punting. That's to save yourself time when you get the ball because you want to try to go down and do something. Kentucky punts. Kearis Jackson tries to fumble the ball for the second time. Doesn't. Georgia comes out on offense, and what do? They take a fucking knee. I don't understand. Why call the timeout? Just let the clock tick down. Kentucky wasn't going to call a timeout. Just let the clock tick down after that third down play when Kentucky had the ball and go to half. I just don't understand. Well, there's a lot of shit I don't understand, but I don't understand the decisions that get made during these games. It's literally it will numb your brain. Being a Georgia fan will numb your brain from the inside out. With that being said, Georgia's up 14-7. Over the 11th ranked Kentucky Wildcats at halftime, and it's only going to get worse for Kentucky in the second half. I mean, we've seen this story before with Georgia and Kentucky. 2 critical plays in the first half. One went Georgia's way, one went Kentucky's way. I think either of those calls could have gone either way. There was was it a fumble? Was it an incomplete pass from Stetson Bennett that was ruled a fumble that went in Georgia's favor? And then basically the same thing happened with Kentucky, and that call went in Kentucky's favor. So the blame the referees crowd doesn't really have a whole lot to bitch about in the first half. But don't worry, Uncle Lou always has plenty to bitch about without a problem. I think the defense is playing okay. Gave up that last drive Kentucky had. They scored. Congratulations. That is a monumental achievement to score a touchdown against this Georgia defense. So you have to give Kentucky's offense credit for that. Of course, the drive was aided by a boneheaded holding penalty against Georgia on a little wheel route. So make it at what you will. Kentucky had another good drive. I think it was the first drive of the game. Kentucky had a decent drive, got just into Georgia territory, but then they committed a illegal formation penalty and then had like a 3-yard loss on a run and ended up having to punt it. So Kentucky with a couple of good drives there in the first half. Georgia with the 2 good drives leading to the 14 points. And the Dogs are up 14-7. I don't know if Georgia's going to cover this 23.5, though. 28-10, 31-10, something like that is seeming like the final score of this game to me. We'll see. I don't know. I guess there's people out there that because the score is 14-7, maybe they're not watching the game, or maybe they're brain dead idiots, or maybe they're just part of the crowd that hates Uncle Lou so much they can't see the forest for the trees, and they actually think Kentucky has a chance to win this game in the second half. No, they don't. It's not going to happen. You can forget about it. So, I don't know, 28-10, 31-10. If Georgia's going to cover, they're going to need probably a Kentucky turnover if we're going to cover. And almost got one. On that scoring drive that Kentucky had was that sort of 50-50, could have gone either way call, went Kentucky's way. Again, I'm not complaining because Georgia had one go in their favor too, but so almost had the turnover. Kentucky, I think Kentucky's committed a turnover in every game, hadn't they? 12 turnovers or something in 6 games. I don't know. We'll see if they turn the ball over. But a close game in the first half, but I expect Georgia to pull away in the second half. I think the depth that Georgia has will start to show in the second half. Kentucky will wear out a little bit, and Georgia will be able to put it on them here. In the second half. We'll see. Nothing really stands out about the first half. I mean, it's still the same cast of people you've never heard of playing offense for Georgia. Ladd McConkey, A.D. Mitchell. Kearis Jackson gets in like once every 10 plays to play wide receiver for no reason. It's not like they're going to throw him the ball. No Jermaine Burton still. No Arian Smith still. Obviously no George Pickens. No Marcus Rosemy St. Jack. No Tyke Smith. He's done for the year. No J.T. Daniels. So Georgia's still missing half its team. You know what? We might as well just stop even saying Georgia's missing half its team and just come to the realization this is Georgia's team. This is what we're going to get. I mean, Kearis Jackson's been cleared since week 1. How many catches does he have? 2? So what, if Jermaine Burton comes back this week, what does that mean? Nothing. Nothing. They're not going to play him. I mean, if the Kearis Jackson's been available since week 1, he can't get on the field because Kirby prefers no-name walk-ons. I don't understand what's going on, but it is what it is. Anyway, 14-7, Georgia up at halftime. Any other good games? Oh, Baylor's beating the Bicycle College, BYU, at halftime. And Purdue is beating Iowa. How is Iowa? Iowa's ranked 2 in every poll. They're losing to Purdue? I don't understand that. I don't think anybody understands that. Iowa's defense is okay, but they really don't have any offense, do they? Nah, not really. Not really. Iowa probably going to come back and win that game if I had to guess. I've been watching that game over here. Had Bicycle College on over here. South Carolina's up on Vandy. North Carolina's up on Miami. No real surprises except for the Iowa game. If you're looking for surprises or upsets or whatever for these afternoon games, Iowa losing to Purdue, probably on the top of that list. Florida, my God. Florida lost to LSU. Florida's a destitute program. When are the Florida fans going to wake up? Dan Mullen's not a good head coach. He's not. How's he still living off of Tim Tebow 12 years ago? He's not even responsible for Tim Tebow. That was Urban Meyer. Look at the history of Dan Mullen with quarterbacks. Outside of Dak Prescott, the best quarterback Dan Mullen's had is Kyle Trask. He started Felipe Franks not 1 year but 2 years ahead of Kyle Trask. The guy doesn't know what he's doing, Dan Mullen. Nick Fitzgerald was the only other decent quarterback he ever had. What'd that get him? Nothing. And you got Emory Jones and Anthony Richardson. Florida fans running around all year crying, put Anthony Richardson in, put Anthony Richardson in. They both threw 2 interceptions today. Neither one of those quarterbacks is any good. How is it possible? Look, Kirby Smart is QB ignorant. I'm the first to admit it. The guy doesn't know a good quarterback. If it literally walked up and punched him in the face, he wouldn't know it. He's a complete moron, a total idiot, Kirby is, when it comes to quarterbacks. So how is it possible that he has found a no-star walk-on that's better than both of Dan Mullen's scholarship QBs? The world may never know.